Merhaba sevgili arkadaşlar, selamlar herkese. Evet, nasılsınız bakalım? İyi miyiz? Evet, şimdi devam ediyoruz arkadaşlar. Ana kitabımızı işlemeyi bitirdik. Son ünitenin workbook'taki alıştırmalarını yapıyoruz şu anda. Evet, bunu da birkaç ders içinde bitiririz diye tahmin ediyorum. Evet, bakalım şimdi. Evet, workbook'tayız. 10. ünite Business Travel. Ve geçen dersimizde buraya geldim ve ama başlamadım, hani uzun sürecek dedim ve bıraktım orada. Şimdi kesintisiz bir şekilde işleyelim dersimizi. Okay. Now we are going to read the text. It is called Bad Business Travel. And then in the first exercise we have a true-false exercise about it. And in the second exercise we are going to complete these 3 empty spaces under the chart. And in the third exercise, we are going to find phrases in the text which mean these 6 things, okay? All right then. Let's read it first and let's begin, all right? Okay. Bad business travel. The romantic idea of the business executive flying to distant countries is very appealing. In fact, business travel is seen as essential even when budgets are being reduced to a minimum to seek new partners, win new contracts, and maintain business relationships. However, there are disadvantages to consider. On average, medium-sized businesses can spend 10% of their overall budget on business travel, and with costs increasing at an alarming rate, this represents a significant amount. Although it is possible to work while traveling, it is difficult to be fully available for colleagues. Moreover, due to the complexity of itineraries, meetings tend to take longer than they need to, thus reducing the speed of other work that is more urgent. Business travel can be stressful too. A survey for Microsoft showed that nearly 3/4 of respondents found business trips more stressful than going to the dentist. Ooh. 1/5 said business trips had a negative effect on work, and 40% reported negative effects on their family. There's a clear link between poor health and business trips, which often cause lack of sleep, unhealthy diets. Obesity is 92% more common in business travelers, and unusual levels of stress. Jet lag causes tiredness and loss of memory. Jet lag causes tiredness and loss of memory, but even though it takes time to recover from a long journey, business travelers can't afford rest days when they are doing everything for as little money as possible. Finally, it is the environment that also has to pay for business travel. Half of carbon emission in non-manufacturing industry are caused by work-related travel. With the threat of global warming in the near future, we have to look forward to the day when virtual meetings are of good enough quality to reduce business travel significantly. Okay, so let's do our exercise number 1, true or false. Okay, I think this is okay. 1. Although a company's financial situation may not be good, business travel is a good investment. According to the text, is it true or false? It is true. It is a good investment. It may have a negative effect on the workers, but it is a good investment, so they even have a budget for it, right? How much? Yes. 10% of their overall budget on business travel. 2, business travel takes up time that could be spent on more important tasks. Business travel takes up time that could be spent on more important tasks. True or false? According to the text, of course. It is also true, yes. 3, traveling on business has less of an impact on personal relationships than on work. Traveling on business has less of an impact on personal relationships than on work. True or false? It is false, right? It is false. Actually, it has a lot of personal impact. All right. 4, half of all business trips are undertaken by manufacturing companies. Half of all business trips are undertaken by manufacturing companies. It's false. It doesn't say anything like that. And the final one, 5, the quality of virtual meetings needs to be improved. The quality of virtual meetings needs to be improved. True or false? True, right, needs to be improved so that it can reduce business travel significantly. All right, let's move on to exercise number 2. There are percentages here, 10%, 75%, 20%, 40%, 92%, 50%. Okay, so the 75% is more stressful than the dentist. Okay. 1/5 said business trips have a negative effect on work. Nerede bakayım o? A survey for Microsoft showed that nearly 3/4 of respondents, 3/4, yani 3 demek arkadaşlar, değil mi? Yani %75, evet, doğru. Negative effect on work. Negative effect on work. 1/5 said business trips had a negative effect on work. 1/5 means 20%. Okay, 40% negative effect on family. Yes, 40% reported negative effects on their family. True. Now we are going to find out these 3, 10%, 92%, and 50%. So what is this 10%? It is travel budget, right? Travel budget overall. It is a travel budget of their overall budget. Okay, so 10% is this. We have 92%. What is that 92%? It is obesity, right? Obesity. 92% is obesity. It is more common in business travelers. More common in business travelers. And we have 50%. 50%, what is that? It is carbon emissions, right? Carbon emissions in non-manufacturing industry. 50%. It says half of carbon emissions in non-manufacturing industry are caused by work-related travel. Half of, so it is 50%. All right. So let's move on to the 3rd exercise. Find phrases in the text which mean these 6 things. Okay, the first one is cut to the bone. Cut to the bone. Cut to the bone. Which phrase in this text means cut to the bone? There is a reduced to a minimum phrase here. Reduce to a minimum. Here, in fact, business travel is seen as essential even when budgets are being reduced to a minimum. We can make this sentence as, in fact, business travel is seen as essential even when budgets are cut to the bone. It is the same sentence. So, going through the roof to going through the roof. Which phrase in the text mean going through the roof? Going through the roof. It means increasing at an alarming rate, increasing at an alarming rate. It is here. On average, medium-sized businesses can spend 10% of their overall budget on business travel, and with costs increasing at an alarming rate, this represents a significant amount. Instead of that, we can, and with costs going through the roof, this represents a significant amount. We can say that. All right, 3, putting the brakes on. Putting the brakes on. Putting the brakes on. What does that mean? It means reducing the speed of, reducing the speed of. It is here. Moreover, due to the complexity of itineraries, meetings tend to take longer than they need to, thus reducing the speed of other work that is more urgent. We can say meetings tend to take longer than they need to, thus putting the brakes of other work that is more urgent. We can say like this as well. It is the same thing. 4, on a shoestring. On a shoestring. What does that mean? Well, as you can remember, we have seen these phrases, okay? So I think you should remember. On a shoestring. It means for as little money as possible. As for as little money as possible, but I cannot find it here. Why? Nerede? Göremiyorum. Tamam. Okay. Here. Business travelers can't afford rest days when they are doing everything for as little money as possible. It is this. Instead of that, we can say business travelers can't afford rest days when they are doing everything on a shoestring. Okay, we can say that as well. Foots the bill. Foots the bill. Foots the bill. Şimdi de bunu bulamıyorum. Vallahi bulamadım. Dur. Bir saniye. Allah Allah. Niye bulamadım? Bulamıyorum karşılığı ne olacaktı? Ne olacağını söyleyeyim. Foots the bill means has to pay. Okay? Has to pay. But has to pay burada bir türlü bulamıyorum. Göremedim bir türlü. Evet. Hay Allah ya. Niye göremiyorum? Hepsini yerini biliyorum da. Şimdi bulamayacağım tuttu. Tamam, en başındaymış. Finally, it is the environment that also has to pay for business travel. Instead of that, finally, it is the environment that foots the bill for business travel. Bu olacak. And the final one, on the horizon. On the horizon, what does that mean? On the horizon. It means in the near future. In the near future. Okay. With the threat of global warming in the near future, we have to look forward to the day when virtual meetings are of good quality, good enough quality to reduce business travel significantly. Okay, instead of that, we can say with the threat of global warming on the horizon, we have to look forward, blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right. So we have completed all the exercises related to this reading text. Okay. So yes, it took a long while. All right, let's move on to the next page. We have an advert here. Read the advert and tick the activities it mentions. There are 5 activities in these pictures. Can you see them? Yes, there are activities here. And now we are going to read this and we are going to find the ones that the advert mentions, okay? First, let's read it. I thought I had tried every method to get my staff working as a team. Then I found incentivize. Sorry, I couldn't read it. Incentivize. We had searched all over for a company to lead team building days. Fortunately, Incentivize found us. Are you looking for ways to energize and build your team? We offer exciting team building away days, including paintballing, bungee jumping, and whitewater rafting. So, which activities this advert mentions? The first one looks like bungee jumping. And does it mention it? Yes, it does. It mentions bungee jumping. The second one, it is paintballing, right? Yes, it does also. It mentions paintballing. 3 looks like rock climbing. Does it mention it? No, it doesn't. So you pass that. 4 looks like rafting. Does it mention rafting? Yes, it does. It mentions whitewater rafting. Evet, hırçın sularda rafting yapma anlamına geliyordu arkadaşlar. Sular çok çaltılı aktığında köpürür ve beyazlar ya, o anlama gelen whitewater rafting denir buna. Yani normal sakin sularda değil, biraz daha çalkantılı, deli dolu ırmaklarda yapılan raftinglere verilen isim whitewater rafting. And 5 looks like trekking. Does the advert mention trekking? Well, no, it doesn't. It doesn't mention any trekking. All right then. So we have read it. And let's read these questions and choose the correct answer. Okay, 1. What was Dave's problem? A, his stuff didn't work well together. B, his staff weren't motivated. What was Dave's problem? He says, I thought I had tried every method to get my staff working as a team. So it is A, right? His staff didn't work well together as a team. And question number 2, what was Mariam's problem? A, her staff didn't like team building days, or B, a team building company was hard to find. So what does she say? We had searched all over for a company to lead team building days. Fortunately, Incentivize found us. So the answer is B, obviously, right? A team building company was hard to find. All right. Now we are almost out of time. We have a listening exercise. We are going to do it in our next hour, okay? And do the exercises related to it. All right then. Evet arkadaşlar, süremiz de olduğu için bir sonraki dinleme alıştırmasına sonraki dersimizde geçeceğiz. Ondan sonra evet ve bu şekilde devam edeceğiz workbook'umuzu işlemeye bitirene kadar. Evet, o zaman bir sonraki dersimizde görüşünceye kadar gençler kendinize çok iyi bakın, tamam mı? Hoşça kalın.